Jakarta roads full of people surrounding us with a lot of motorbikes behind, a lot of fans following us in motorbikes. As Enea said, the president, a huge fan motorsport with his own bike, custom bike. It's something, you know, it's like coming back in a time in Spain in old times where I remember I was going with my father on the races to see Cribillé, you know, sleeping on the racetracks, just full of passion, and it's so beautiful. People really love it.
Mark, we saw you doing burnout, sliding the Honda in the streets. It looked like you had a really good time. The fans clearly.
Yes, since I come first time here 2014, you know, I already feel like Indonesian fans are different, and I had a really good relation with them. I don't know why. From the first time, it's this kind of countries that you feel well, and yeah, yesterday was not a different day. I think it was an important event for MotoGP, for all the riders, because it's a very important country for our manufacturers. And yeah, looking forward to race here in front of all of them.
Gentlemen, that's all from me for the time being. Still to come is MotoGP Social, and we'll have questions from 3 rising stars in the Idemitsu Asia Talent Cup later. But for now, it's time to hand over to the media.
Yes. Hello. Do you hear me? Yes. This is a question for Paul. Manuel Pesino for Riding Sport Japan. Paul, regarding the pace you imposed in Qatar, the riding pace, it was super high. Considering the tire combination you had, wasn't this kind of a suicide?
Well, yeah, the race was very, very fast. We were checking before how faster it was the race in compared to my race last year. I was 20 seconds faster than the first race last year and 16 faster than the second race, already racing twice there. So yeah, the pace was crazy. Honestly speaking, we were not expecting this kind of race. I was not expecting to you know, break the race as fast as I did, to set up a race pace as fast as it was, and we were expecting a race with at least 5-6 riders overtaking each lap twice per lap. But finally, you know, I was completely alone pushing. It went into the rail, everyone one behind the other, pushing on the limit every lap. And you know, as we were not expecting this kind of race, I was not expecting this kind of rhythm. We were not expecting that the end of life of the rear soft tire, it would arrive so early and so badly. But you know, at the end, you know, we choose this because it was the first race of the year. Many things can go wrong. We could choose, for example, the front medium as well, which Brad chose it, and I think it could be a little bit better. But you know, I didn't want to take risk. This was the safer option. I know with these tires I was very fast, so we put it on the place. And at the end, okay. Without going wide, maybe I could finish second, but no question mark. This was one of the races I was looking for since a long time. So, yeah, I'm happy with it. Thank you.
Imre Pavlovic from Motorsport Aktuell and Motorrad from Germany. Question to Enea. So, Enea, you had a very emotional victory in Qatar. Then you went back to Italy. You had a very emotional welcome. Then now you came to Indonesia, and you had all these emotions with the president riding around. How much does this motivate you for this weekend?
Yeah, in the last 2 weeks for me, you stay a lot of emotional all the day, because when I'm go at home after the victory, I see my friend, my family, and it stay fantastic for use. And when we are arrived here, I see the president. But yes, I'm motivated for this, but also I have to stay concentrated because the MotoGP class is really difficult. The gap from more riders are so close that I think every time, but also in this track in 0.2 we are in 15, no? And it's very competitive, but I'm motivated, yes.
Question for Paul and Fabio. You were the 2 fastest guys last time here. The asphalt is, large part of the asphalt is new. You have also a new rear tire case. How do you think the the work you have done during the test will be useful, or you will start from zero from tomorrow? Well,
I think the knowledge we have on the track it's already quite a lot. So we know that for sure the gearbox, which already is something important, all the powers, electronics more or less. But for sure, talking about tire allocation, tire durability, this we need to start from zero, especially because there is different cases on the tires, different rubbers, and the track has been re-asphalted in many corners. So it's true that what we have done on the test is useful to learn the track. But yeah, for sure, about all the other things, we need to start from zero, and I think that's why I don't know what to expect about this weekend, even if the test was good. There is many guys on the list to winning the race, not just myself, and hopefully we can adapt to these conditions good as it was on the test.
Well, at the end, many things change, mostly the tires. But at the end, I felt great. We had 3 days, we were consistent, so of course we have a little bit, we have the gearbox, we know already quite well the track after 3 days, but then we don't know what to expect about the race, and I think it's going to be super important to know which tires use from tomorrow already, and to work on the race tire will be so important.
Yes, thank you. Hi, this is Frank from Ziggo Sports in the Netherlands. I have one question for Mark. Mark, you said that racing is completely different to testing, of course, and now you know after the Qatar race that what you really need from the bike, where you lose. Could you tell us a little bit more about what you need from the bike? You talked about the front end. Is this the most important thing? Anything else?
No, yes. Since I ride this bike from the first time, I understand that the potential was very high, but I need a special feeling with the front if I wanna be fast. So this is what I really miss at the moment, and is what we are looking forward. For example, I'm riding with the same bike as my teammate, and he's riding in another way, and he's able to be very fast, and we are able to be fast. But that special feeling is what I really need to be faster. So yeah, at the moment the problem is that I don't understand when I will crash or when I will lose the front, but on that point.
Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. Tammy from Sports 5 Israel. Another question for Mark, please. We just spoke to Alish Espargaro, and he said that he feels that this weather is the opportunity to prove again to those doubting that you guys are not athletes. Do you still feel that after all these years doing what you do, you need to still prove to people that this is a sport, that you are an athlete? Thank you.
I think already the people realize that this is a real sport. I mean, you only need to see the faces when we finish a race. I mean, we are completely finished, and yeah, all riders in MotoGP now, if you want to be fast, if you want to be consistent in a race, you need to be full fit, and this is the best way to win races and to be consistent. If you just struggle in some point, then you struggle a lot. But anyway, I think for me it's no doubt that this is a real sport, and you need to be a real athlete if you want a success here in MotoGP.
Okay. Yeah, Daniel Herrero from speedcafe.com in Australia. A question for all 5 riders. The MotoGP Unlimited has now premiered. How much have you been able to watch, and what do you think about what you've seen of this series so far?
Anaya, do you want to start that?
Okay. Non ho capito bene.
Io ho capito la premiere da Amateur.
Yeah, have you? It was about the MotoGP Unlimited documentary. Have you seen it, and what did you think about it?
For the moment, I haven't seen this series, but for the next fly, I try to watch.
Brad, have you got a chance to catch up with it yet?
I got the same plan as Anaya. I think it's a good opportunity on the way home.
Paul, have you?
I'm going to copy them. I didn't say it yet.
Has anybody seen it so far?
I see.
What do you think?
I see the first chapter, the second chapter, 4 and 5, that when we were in the premiere, and it's something interesting to see. It's something interesting to. It's another point of view. It's true that that in the end is many frames. I mean, it's many actions from a race weekend. But then, for example, the second chapter with Jack Miller is really nice to see how he suffered in fair races in Portimao, and then suddenly arrived in Jerez and he won. Chapter 4 is more on myself. Then chapter 5 is more Viñales' history with Yamaha. So it's really nice, and yes, I think it's a great job, and it's important for MotoGP to arrive in another kind of people, you know, maybe younger, and this is the what we need in 2022, arriving to more people.
Fabio, 2021 was a great year for you. Have you had a chance to watch it yet?
Not yet. So on the way back home, like the guys, I will be watching it.
Okay, back to the media for the questions.
Nadia Tronchori from El País newspaper. Question for Paul. Paul, you've been 9 years in MotoGP. Did you ever, in this time, lose your confidence? I know you have a tattoo that says you didn't, but and how much motivation gives this first podium in the first race? So you just confessed you had an ambitious goal for this season.
Yeah, I mean, to be 9 years in the MotoGP and not succeeding so much in the results, for sure you need to believe so much in yourself. This is something definitely you need to do, and trust in your skills. I mean, if I've been here so many years, it's because there is something on me that the teams see, not just pure winning. Because actually, I think this year is the first year I really feel I start with a package that allows me to fight for the victory. You know, in the first era of MotoGP, when I arrived with a satellite bike, it was very difficult to be on the podium. The bike were quite different, the satellite to the factory, and luckily this have changed so much through the years. But in that years I was in KTM, so also developing a bike, and we were not ready to fight for the win till the last year that I finished fifth in the championship, same scores in to Dobby. But you know, now I feel ready for something else. You know, to rise my level. The bike is on the place I like. Yeah, I've been faster than ever. I think faster than ever on the half right in Qatar, and you know, with myself on the bike, and this feels beautiful. So yeah, I'm ready to achieve, you know, the results I would like to achieve when I arrive to MotoGP.
Hey guys, Taufik Pau from Trans7 TMC Block Indonesia. First, I would like to say welcome to you to our country. I would like to ask to Fabio. Yeah, you said earlier that Mandalika with shorter stride give more change to you. Okay, is it due to the lower top speed or less potential front tire pressure problem that you experienced in Qatar? Thank you.
You said earlier on, Fabio, that this track perhaps gives you more of a chance than what Qatar did. Is it because of the lack of a long straight, or is it because front tire pressure or something like that?
Well, last year, basically, it's difficult to understand because from one year to the other, you came from victory to P9. So was tough to understand in Qatar, but here we had a good test. I was feeling great on the bike. The pace was good. But like I said before, the thing was they changed tire allocation new tarmac in some areas of the track. So, of course, I feel great on the track, and I think it will be important to be ready from the beginning and try to see our potential.
Paolo Ianieri, Gazzetta dello Sport. Question to Fabio. Ciao Fabio.
Ciao.
How long do you think that we will need to see the real Yamaha until we arrive in the European tracks? And here with different casing, older casing, harder casing, there might be also some grip problems. And this is also where Yamaha is struggling a lot. So you were fast in the test, but you think that it could be quite a different scenario this week?
Well, the real Yamaha is the one that you see in Qatar. I mean, I don't think and I don't hear about something really, really new. So this is the real Yamaha. And about the casing, this is why we need to wait and understand why, how we will go during this GP. But it's a casing I think that was from 2018, so I never ride this casing, and will be important to see how it's going for us. But let's say we are ready to fight, and I will give my 100% always.
Hi, Thomas Morsaino from Motor Review. A question for Brad. So Michelin has changed its allocation for the GP compared to the test. Sorry. Will this help you or KTM, especially on the front?
In the test, I tried the hardest option front that they brought for us here, and it had some positives and some negatives for me. So it's great that we have it if we need it. But yeah, on the rear, obviously it's a new casing for everybody, and we need to see how that impacts the behavior of the bike and our grip level. So I think this weekend is going to be really important to make a good choice on the tires, because it's a long race here, and it's really hot, and let's see, it puts the tires under big stress too.
Yes, a question for Fabio David from newspaper L'Equipe in France. Fabio, after the race in Qatar, you were so disappointed that you said you wanted to break everything. Of course, you didn't do it, but are you and now totally cool, or is the frustration still there? And how can you fight against frustration?
When I say I wanted to break everything, was a joke. Of course, I was frustrated because, you know, our pace was not that bad during the practice, but didn't make any step during the race. Also, the front tire pressure. So to be honest, was not really frustration. Was just about, you know, already was a tough weekend, and we had something like that, and of course was not easy. Then I feel ready for this weekend, and I feel like we need to bounce back and feel our potential in this track.
Hi everybody, Melat Cercoles from Diario AS. Question to Mark. Mark, why are you so competitive usually on the new tracks? Argentina, Texas, Thailandia, why?
Well, I don't know, but of course this is not a completely new track because we are we did the test 3 days, and it's not a new track. Everybody will be fast. But it's true that, for example, in the test from the first day, first runs, I was able to be fast and be on the times. Then I stayed there, and the others arrived. But I don't know why. Just I follow my instinct, and with the new tracks, normally following my instinct, I feel good. But it's true that by the years and by the laps, the others are getting closer and closer. So we will try to do a step here. It's true that, like the others say, is a new rear casing will be different. But let's see if we can fight, or if we can do a better race compare Qatar.
Okay, thanks to our media colleagues. Gentlemen, it's now time for MotoGP Social. And it's an Indonesian quiz, testing your knowledge about the country that we're currently in. So if you can pick up your whiteboards and your pens, and we will start this week's quiz. Who can win the first battle of the weekend? I think our first question should be coming up very, very shortly. not an easy one to start with, this one, guys. How do you say good morning and thank you in Indonesian?
No, more or less.
Paul looks pretty confident over there. I'm not.
Just about one.
How are we doing, guys? Have we all got answers? Good morning and thank you in Indonesian. So, biking bangan from Anaya. Hi and thanks from Brad.
I know it's not the good morning, apa kabar, it means hello.
That's actually, Mark, second one is pretty much absolutely
Terima kasih.
spot on.
I don't know how bright, but...
Fabio?
Quasi.
Yeah, good answer. So the answers were good morning, selamat pagi, and thank you, terima kasih. So Mark definitely got one there. I think, can we give one to Fabio as well? We'll move on to question 2, guys.
But the good thing is that this morning I put in my Instagram. I didn't remember.
So you had a bit of an advance warning. So, well, you're off to a good start anyway, Mark. Second question, what is the population of Indonesia? Is it 120 million, 194 million, or 278 million? Anaya's pretty quick. He's gone for answer C. Paul's gone B. Likewise, Fabio. Brad's gone B as well.
100.
So, Mark, we're just waiting for Mark. The correct answer, Mark and Anaya got that one bang on the money. It was 278 million. Well done, guys. Have you been doing some Indonesian research here, Mark?
Somebody told me this morning. Yeah, sure.
Question number 3 then, guys. Which of the following dishes is typically from Indonesia? Is it A, chicken tikka masala, B, nasi goreng, or C, ramen? Who's been paying attention to the menus in the hotels this week? B from Brad, B from Mark, B from Fabio, B from Paul. Well, we got 4 out of 5 on that one. It is nasi goreng, so unfortunately, Anaya, not quite right on that one, I'm afraid. Question number 4. Nasi goreng, of course, was the answer to question 3. The biggest lizard on Earth is endemic to Indonesia. Do you know what it's called? Is it A, a Komodo dragon, B, a chameleon, or C, an iguana? I think I already know who's going to win this contest, looking at Mark. The correct answer is Paul going to reveal his answer?
I have no idea.
It's A, full house. Well done, guys. Yes, it is a Komodo dragon. So congratulations to all. This is a tricky one, actually. Question number 5. How many islands make up Indonesia? Is it A, 534, B, 17,508, or C, 10,015? So are we one of 17,500 guys, or? Wow. Fabio's gone C, Paul's gone C, Brad's gone A.
I take a risk.
Mark's gone A, 534. What about our Qatar winner? Anaya's gone A. Guys, I'm afraid you're all wrong on that one. It was B, 17,508 islands. Question 6. What is the currency in Indonesia? Who's been spending their money so far this week?
What is the currency? What means?
What's the money? What money do you use in Indonesia? Paul's come with rupiah. Likewise, Fabio. Actually, I should keep my mouth shut, shouldn't I? I'm giving the answers away here to some of the guys.
Come on!
My mistake, sorry about that.
Yeah.
We'll give you this round, Paul, don't worry. And Fabio.
I don't know. I will say rupiah, but I didn't know.
Anaya's going to start with B, which I'm afraid to say is wrong. It is actually rupiah. So congrats to Paul, Fabio, and to Brad. Last question, guys. You should get this one. When and where did the last Indonesian Grand Prix take place? When and where?
I don't remember.
There's been a few clues so far this week with the 25 years since the last Grand Prix, so Just a little hint there.
I don't remember this one. I know it, but I don't remember this.
The Repsol Honda guys should know this because I think it was a Repsol Honda top three last time. I think Alex Crivier, Mick Doohan, and Tadej Okada. So Fabio's gone 1997 somewhere. Enea's gone 2007. Mark Sentil 96. Brad 25 years ago, which actually technically is the correct answer. And Paul, no answer whatsoever. No answer. So it was Sentil in 1997. Wow. So Mark gets one, Fabio gets one, and now you were 10 years out, I'm afraid. So I think our winner was probably, I've got to say, Mark, actually. He's been doing his homework here in Indonesia. So that's the fun over for social media, guys. Now it's time to welcome three young men, hopefully beginning their journey to the World Championship in the Idemitsu Asia Talent Cup. And I'm delighted to welcome Indonesian rider Veda Pratama. From Malaysia, we have Hakim Danish, and the championship leader after round one, Amon Adaki from Japan. Welcome, guys. Thanks very much for joining us, and thanks for your patience. We will start with Veda, who has a question for Mark.
My question is for Marc Marquez. Hello, Mark. My dream is to become a world champion like you. How does it feel to be a top rider and sit on the press conference seat like what you are doing now? Thank you.
Well, if I understand well, how you feel in
my dream is to become a world champion like you. How does it feel to be a top rider and sit on the press conference seat like what you are doing now? Great question, Veda. Well done.
No, and thank you. And of course, in the first time, it's difficult because you are even more nervous than in a race. You are sweating, and you're in the press conference around your idols, and becomes very difficult. But now, being one of the reference of MotoGP and sitting here, and you know that all what you say can affect a lot in one way or the other way, is you feel a big responsibility. But it's something that I like it, and was my dream. So now I'm enjoying that dream.
Thanks to Veda, thanks to Mark. We'll move on to Hakim. I believe you have a question for Brad.
Hi, Brad. My question is for Brad Binder. Hi, Brad. Congratulations for your Qatar podium. You have won with KTM in 3 different classes. Moto3, Moto2, and MotoGP. Which is the best win for you? Thank you.
Thank you. I think my favorite win out of all 3 classes was my first one in MotoGP in Brno. For me, it was my first win in the Premier class and the first win for KTM. So that's been my most special one so far.
Great question, Hakim. Thanks, Brad. And finally, we move to Amon, who has a question for Fabio.
My question is for Fabio Quartararo. Hi, Fabio. Is there anything you do about getting nervous before the race? Thank you.
Hello. Before the race, I like to listen music. Then we go to the grid, and then I always go back to the box. And I like to talk and make some jokes, because if I want to focus too much, I get nervous. So I like to talk a lot, laugh with my team and the people around me. And it makes me more relaxed. So I would say this is my way to don't be nervous before a race.
Great questions, guys. Thanks for joining us. Good luck for this weekend and for the remainder of the season. Now, before we wrap things up, Sunday, of course, is a big day for MotoGP, the first Indonesian Grand Prix for 25 years. Also a big day for football, as it's El Clasico. I'm sure Paul and Mark have got a big interest in the game. Barcelona playing Real Madrid in the Bernabeu Stadium. And I'm delighted to welcome Rodrigo Gallego, who is the La Liga delegate for Indonesia.
Hello, guys. As you might know, there is a El Clasico this weekend. There is a worldwide sports event. So I want to ask you, what is your thoughts about these games, and what is your prediction for the score of the Clásico this weekend?
Paul, you can start. I know you're a big Barcelona supporter. Can you also pick up the boards again, guys, and write down what you think will be the score in the big game on Sunday night, please? Pretty sure I know which way Mark and Paul are going to go on this one. So we'll start with you, Paul, shall we? Your thoughts on the game on Sunday, and what do you think the score will be?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be difficult to do that, but because, you know, Real Madrid is in a huge level now, right now, after, I'm sorry, Fabio, but after getting out from the Champions League, PSG, yeah, Madrid is in a very good mood, and for Barcelona, it's going to be very difficult to beat them. But it seems like Barca is going up, so I really trust in these guys, in the energy they have now on the. With the coach, with Xavi, and on the team, so it's gonna be nice.
Mark, your thoughts on El Clásico on Sunday?
1-1. I mean, I will bet for Barca always, but you need to be realistic always. And 1-1 will be not a good result for La Liga because we are behind, but a good result for El Clásico.
Fabio, I know you're a very, very big football fan, so what are your thoughts on Sunday's big match?
I think Real Madrid should rest a little bit after after the Champions League, so I say 1-2.
So 2-1 to Barcelona from Fabio. Ane, what are your thoughts on the game?
I'm positive.
Who are we going for?
I'm coming, yeah.
2-0 to Juventus. Okay. Interesting observation, given the fact that Juventus aren't actually playing in the game.
Then change the Juve for Barca, is right.
You like football? I like a lot the football. I like a lot.
Brad, you're going 2-1 Barcelona.
Will be the first, if I watch the game, will be the first one in my life.
So Brad, not a big football fan. Thanks to Rodrigo. Thanks, guys, for your thoughts on the game. Thanks for your thoughts on... there we go, look. Ane has finally come up with a prediction, 2-1.
I'm a big fan of football.
Paul's not happy with that decision. Paul is not happy with that decision, Ane. OK, guys, thank you very much. If you could please stand for the official photo. And if I could also just very, very quickly ask our 3 guys from the Idemia Talent Cup to join our 5 guys on stage, please. There you go, guys. Go on, join them. Join them. Okay, I think our photographers are happy, are we, ladies and gentlemen? Cool. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great weekend here in Indonesia.